It is we, the Arcturians. We are beings of light. We are beings who have your best interests at heart. We are beings who are deeply inclined to be in service to your hearts. For it is that humanity, in your absolute truth, you are beings of heart. You are beings of heart-centeredness. It is that many, yes, we will say, have lost their pathway of being so centered within their hearts. And yet it is that we, as Arcturians, see the possibilities, see the alignment with your hearts, see that it is most vital that you experience yourselves, each other, and your incarnation upon this divine planet through the perspective of your hearts. It is vitally important for the growth of humanity. So it is a reminder today that you can bring your awareness back to your hearts. It is as simple as that. It is not difficult because if you simply looked at it from the experience that you have a physical heart, you could place your awareness there and say, I will take more care of my heart. I will take more care of it physically. I will breathe into it. I will recognize that it needs my focus, that it needs my intention and purpose upon it. And yet, in truth, it has its own way of being. But by applying your intention, by applying your heart-centered focus upon your heart, you make it more front and center. And as you know, when you apply that principle and you make something front and center, it shows up in nearly every experience of your existence. It shows up in your life, it shows up in others that come into your auric field, and they are inclined to mirror to you where it is that you are pulling away, where you are misaligned with your natural way of being in your hearts, of seeing that this entire planet in of itself, you could see the entire planet, the earth, as a breathing heart, as breathing in and breathing out love. It is here for you to experience yourselves in this dimension of reality. And so, therefore, you are reconnecting back into the central heartbeat of this planet. And that, in and of itself, would make your experience far more expansive, far more loving, far more exciting. So if you only did it for that experience, if you said, I want a much more expansive, exciting experience here, all you have to do is focus upon your heart. Am I being led by my heart? Am I being led by a heart-centered intention and focus? That's all you need to ask yourself. That's all. That would apply to everything across the board. It would apply to your experience of you. It would apply to every relationship you have on this earthly plane, including the relationship you have with your guides, your celestial beings, each other, the planet, the cosmos, and so on. So it is a simple message. It is a message that doesn't require digging in and finding something that you think is not there. You know it is there. You have a heart. You wouldn't be here listening to this if you didn't have a beating heart. But what we are saying is that the desire of every human being is to come back into the full expression of your heart, the full expression of you. For that is what the world is crying out for. If every being upon this planet place their focus on becoming their divine beingness through the heart center, you would have a completely different experience. Now, does every single being upon this planet, is it required that they have that experience? No. The ones like you who are listening to this, you already have an awareness. You're already aware of your heart. You're already aware of the expansiveness of it, of the magnitude of it. So simply bring your awareness to that. See, so often human beings are looking for a very complicated idea, something that requires all manner of things. How simple is this, what we are offering you today? How simple is it? Humans say, well, that is just too simple. I know I have a heart. I know I can focus on it. But we are saying to you, when you give it 100% focus and intention and make it your purpose, you will see miracles unfold in your experience. Now, times that by 100, thousands, millions. Imagine your experience upon this planet. The planet herself is aware of her beating heart, is aware of the purpose of that heart to experience, to have a life experience through that portal, through that looking glass in a way. So we cannot say it in a more simplified way, and yet we cannot stress the amount of the magnitude that this will bring. If you make it your purpose for the beginning of this year to really align with your heart, because your heart is in alignment with the universal heart. It cannot not be. You came to this planet. Well, we'll put it that way. It's not entirely true, but you are here on this planet having this earthly experience. You didn't come untethered. You didn't come not connected to the universal heart, to the beating heart of the all. So if you find it difficult to connect with the simplicity of your heart, the magnitude of your heart, focus on connecting with the beat of the universal heart, because it is one and the same, beating in and beating out. We will have much to say over this year, but the fundamental, what underlies every message that we, this Arcturian Council of Light, the underlying every message is this message of coming back into this deep connection with your heart, of letting it guide you, of letting it light the way for everything, everything. It is not, I will use my heart here, I will apply it here. It is across the board. And by doing that, the expansion within your being is enormous, is truly magnificent. So within every message that we dialogue through this one will be that underlying foundation, an assumption, if you will, that it is about coming back into your heart, coming back in to the connection of the beating heart of the all. Now, does it mean that everything will disappear in your life that you feel is there as a challenge? Well, yes and no, because you will view it in a vastly different way. Your perception will change. You will simply view every problem as something that is there for you to grow and expand through, a mirror that you can look into and see where you need to apply more love to yourself, more love to your fellow man, more love to this planet. And that will expand your heart. That will expand your experience. And then you can simply grow from that experience. You will be in a higher level, your foundation will be based on a much greater vibration of love, much greater vibration of heart-centeredness. So that is our message for this day. It is simple, it is clear. We are inviting you to apply it to your experience. There is nothing more to say, and yet there is so much to say. We are offering this message because we know, without a shadow of a doubt, that as human beings, you are craving that deep connection with your hearts. And once you have it within yourself to the level that we are speaking of, it creates a deeper connection with your fellow man and everything in your experience. It starts with your heart, the in and out breath of your heart. We wish you well on this journey. We wish you our divine love, our divine hearts to your experience. With all our love,